how's it going? My name is Christian, aka Nema, and welcome back to another Cooking with Nema video. Today we got a special food tour video. This is the Bay Area tour-ish. It's more San Francisco, but also includes Oakland, Berkley, Cupertino, and some other places in between that I found enjoyable or I found some interest to record. So here we go. We got a really unorganized video per the usual with our content, but I feel like you guys would enjoy. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking and I'm gonna get to our video here. So don't mind me, I'm gonna get my laptop here. So let's start with our first place, that is Oakland. So Oakland's interesting. Oakland is a really interesting area because when you go to the Bay Area, the first place you think of Bay Area is not Oakland. You think actually San Francisco. You think Golden Gate Bridge, you think the hills of San Francisco, all that fun jazz. But the problem is Oakland also is a really important part of that history for the Bay Area. And I know there's some negative kind of reactions to Oakland. Like, for example, Oakland does have a history of gang violence and violence in general. It also has a history of, some of the most important, uprisings that kind of put attention to some of the problems of how the government was treating people at the time. So there's a whole lot of debate of if Oakland's safe or if it's not. But with Cooking with Nema, we try to be unbiased as possible. I know we try to, but not really. First things first is Oakland has its own Chinatown. I did not know that until I was in Oakland and I was researching places to go to. I know some people may be like, Christian, why did you not plan this at all before you went to Oakland? But I was planning more San Francisco stuff, not gonna lie. But they have their own Chinatown too as well, which is actually pretty darn cool. So this Chinatown compared to like San Francisco or even New York City is way different. I feel like this Chinatown is more relaxed and this is more of a everyday kind of Chinatown, meaning it's not really tourist heavy. There's some places you can go to as a tourist, but that's it. There's nothing like extraordinary about it that's like, man, yeah, let me stop at Chinatown in Oakland. And I think it's kind of unfortunate because this place does have a lot of history compared to its sister city. But there's some cool places here that you can go to. And I actually stopped by at one particular place, and that was Ruby King Bakery Cafe. I know it's a lot of words, but this is a classic, authentic Chinese bakery that is really recommended by the locals, and also I would recommend to you too as well because there's so much selection and so much things you can get here, bakery related of course. And I think the atmosphere of this place and the staff and the owners, I'm not sure who was the owner and all that, they definitely make it feel like you're important. Sorry, my cat was making some noise there. So anyway, I got two things here at the Ruby King Bakery Cafe. I got the bird's nest and I got the white locust seed with sesame as a cookie. That made zero sense, but you see the footage. Anyway, this is really good. The cookie itself was really crumbly. I was not expecting that, not gonna lie, but the actual bird's nest was really good actually. Again, I wish I had some more time to try out some other stuff like the egg tarts and some other cool, fun little well-known bakery stuff, but unfortunately, I just did not have time to do that. So anyway, let's just get the rating over with because you don't want to keep hearing me yap about this, especially as I don't have too much of an opinion on it. I give this a 7 out of 10, not gonna lie. Again, it's kind of hard to judge it per se because I didn't really try that much, but from looking back and remembering as best as I can, it's not a bad place at all. Anyway, I'm gonna stop yapping about Chinatown and talk about some other places in Oakland that I tried out. The first place was Melt Burger. Melt Burger I think is a chain restaurant in that area. I'm not too sure. I'll put it on the screen if I'm wrong about that, but I just got pretty much a basic burger with some fries and lemonade, and for California burgers, that's not bad. I think it's way better than In-N-Out by a million miles, but also it's not anything crazy per se. It's not like a gourmet burger that you get I don't know, once every few months that's like your favorite place to go to, and you have to get like different toppings. And this place was like, yeah, like if I was like on lunch and I was working in the area, I would definitely get this, you know, especially if I had the time, or, you know, if I want to eat the calories of that. Anyway, it's really good. It's way better than In-N-Out and the mid-tier of that place, but we're not gonna, I know there's some people that are going to be have some things to say about it, but I think it's better personally. Some of the places that I would recommend to go to is famous Hot Boys. I didn't get any footage of this place, but if you want a solid chicken sandwich shop that you can go to that's open pretty late, that's also halal, kind of not certified, but halal grade, it's pretty good. So anyway, that is all my Oakland places that I really went to, because again, so many places in the Bay Area that you can go to. So let's talk about our next town, and that is a 10, 20, 30 minute drive north. That is Berkley. So if you know anything about Berkley, Berkley is a college town 100%. It is dominated by UC Berkeley. Most of the restaurants and places I went to surrounded the campus of UC Berkeley. In fact, I probably spent most of my time walking through UC Berkeley trying to get to different places, because that's what it is. So anyway, we have to take we need some context of this. I'll give you context of what Berkeley is. So just know, college food, okay? This is a college town, so college food. So you're going to get more quick foods. You can get foods that are more affordable for the most part. You're going to get foods that are not going to be necessarily the most tastiest compared to its counterparts with more authentic places, maybe on the East Coast versus if you go to San Francisco. So the first place we went to is Fresh Roll. So Fresh Roll is a kind of a Viet style kind of fast food place. I would not consider this a authentic mom and pop shop, because they definitely have some ornamentation going on, but also too as well, this might be a chain too as well. So I don't think this necessarily counts as a authentic Viet style shop by a long shot, actually. But for what you're getting and for the time you have, you get a relatively solid Viet roll, or for this case, I got a pretty decent Viet kind of spring roll with a mint lychee kind of ice drink. And I'll be honest with you, the Viet roll was kind of lackluster. It was just the definition of what a spring roll is. So, you know, you have your wrapping and then the vegetables and noodles and all that inside. And I think it was chicken inside of it. I'm gonna have to fact check that real quick. I probably should have looked at it before I recorded this video, but I didn't. Whoops. But it's solid. It wasn't anything crazy though. I think the sauce made it a little bit better. It was like this kind of creamier sauce. I think they did a pretty good job of kind of flavoring it up with different flavors like paprika. I think they probably put Thousand Island sauce in it too as well, or the equivalent to it. But it was okay. It was good. It was good with the sauce. And I think the drink was the best part of the actual meal. I don't know, the mint lychee, it didn't taste like just mint and lychee, if you know what I mean. Like, it didn't taste basic. It tasted like they actually cared about like the ratios, and they balanced it out with some nice flavors. So again, Fresh Roll, it's hard to kind of justify it in a sense, because one, I had to wait like 15 plus minutes for the food, but also it was a little pricey too as well, which is kind of insane to me for just one spring roll and then also a drink. But again, I can't take off a lot of points because this is California and food's expensive out there anyways. It's not going to be your cheaper food option for sure, but it's also good though. If you just want something quick and dirty, this is not bad. I think the quality of the food was not bad. I think they definitely used some fresh ingredients for it, and it was pretty solid, but everything else was So I give this a 6 out of 10, honestly, because it's nothing crazy to be real with you. You can definitely go there if you have time, if you're walking in the downtown vicinity and you have time for it. At the same time, for me personally, if I'm gonna wait that long and also pay that price, I want something a little bit more authentic, a little bit something that's justifies the wait and the price. You know what I mean? I hope I can convey that a little bit right with you guys, you know? Like, it wasn't terrible, but it also wasn't like top tier or anything. So the next place is Kingpin Donuts. This place was actually, like, again, another highly rated place for a breakfast cafe just to get a quick donut. And they had a lot of selection. Like, my gosh, like for a donut shop that was way more mom and pop, pretty cool to see that. And the owner actually was pretty cool, talking with them, trying to figure out what was, you know, recommended, what people get. And to my surprise, the basic glazed donut was the top rated donut to get in the shop. Come on now, like a glazed donut, really? So I got a glazed donut because I was like, you know, I'm gonna try what the locals eat and what they have. But again, it was okay. Like, it wasn't anything crazy. It was really fresh though. It was really, really fresh, but nothing crazy. So I give this a 5 out of 10. It's mid-tier. Maybe next time if I go back, I need to try a different donut or something. Try like an apple fritter or something. I don't know. All right, so our next place. This is a place that, again, it was lunchtime and I was like, you know what? I kind of want to do something a little bit more risky, you know, and that is, let me get a glizzy, you know. If you know anything about me, I do not like glizzies. I do not like hot dogs. I do not like beef ones. I don't like pork. I don't like any of it. Stay away from me with that stuff. I'm not a fan of hot dogs, but it's the West Coast. So I was like, you know what? You gotta try out a glizzy, you know, you gotta try out the West Coast glizzies.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
That's wild, guys. It was wild to say. Anyway, first hot dog. This was a highly recommended shop to go to on multiple guides and multiple places. Multiple people recommended it. I'm not gonna lie to you, this hot dog was also another mid-tier hot dog. I'm not trying to criticize it unfairly, but to be honest with you, number one, the top dog, I think that's what the hot dog I got. I don't know why the hot dog was sticking out of the bun like that. Like, I don't know why we're using that even type of bread with the hot dog, you know? Like, the flavors were anything crazy, to be honest with you. I'll give it another 5 out of 10, to be honest with you, because it's like, this is all right. It's not anything crazy, you know? And I know I'm gonna get some hate for that by some California people, but I mean, like, it's all right. Like, it wasn't anything crazy. So that's UC Berkeley with its beautiful college town vibes and actually some good views too as well. Our next place is Cupertino. It is a highly recommended place, especially if you are big into the things like Apple and some other big companies. I only care about Apple in this sense, so sorry, but not sorry. For me, why Cupertino is really important is because there's one shop that I will always go to. And I know they have other locations in the US, but this shop here got me hooked into having like fresh, high quality like tea. And that place was Cheeky Sanchen. I think I said that right, probably didn't, but we'll try it here. This is the pinnacle of high quality tea and bubble tea. I'm sorry to say, I don't know where else you can get this at. I don't know where else you can get this fresh of tea, but this place wins so many awards that I just wish that we had one here in Virginia, because my gosh, it is so good. So for this time I went, the second time I went, I actually got 2 drinks. I get a bubble tea and I get a green tea. Let me just say, it just never disappoints. And can I just say this too as well? Can I say this as well? Usually this place is packed to the brim. Like the last time I went there in 2023 when they opened up, I didn't get my drink for like 30, 40 minutes. I'm being dead serious. It was that packed because they take their process of, you know, making the tea and all that very seriously. But like 30, 40 minutes for a drink is wild work. For the pricing too as well. It's kind of justified because again, they're using some of the most high quality ingredients you can get. But for this go around, actually, it was really simple. It actually took a few minutes to get it. And of course, the staff is nice. I was just in and out essentially quickly. Anyway, top tier drinks. It was super, super good. I give this a 9 out of 10. I mean, I would give it a 10 out of 10. No, what? No, screw it. 10 out of 10. I'm getting a 10 out of 10. It's just the flavors. Everything is just so good. Like the tea itself, the leaves, the process of how they do it. You can taste like every single flavor. Like you can taste just the quality. I don't know how else to describe it besides like going back to Cupertino and getting another drink and then talking to you in real time about what I'm tasting. But it's just so good. Let's talk about some drama real quick in Cupertino, because I know that's what you guys are interested in. Is we went to Main Street Cupertino. I thought this place was gonna be more of like a shopping district or more of a, you know, actual, I don't know how to say it, more of like a kind of walk around food court where you actually get like some like lunch food and everything. I went at the wrong time, and also to the most of the places that I was going to or I wanted to go to was closed. So it was fantastic. So I only got one place there. It was Philly's Coffee, which again, California and your cafes for some reason are just like, it's all right. So I just got a bagel and a mint drink again for some reason. Again, it's nothing crazy. It was affordable. It was pretty cheap. I think it was like under 20 bucks for everything, and it was pretty quick to get out. So it's a 6 out of 10 for that. It's definitely better than mid-tier, but it's not anything to write home about. But anyway, Main Street Cupertino, kind of disappointed in that because it's like, I thought it was gonna be more shops to go to or some more like authentic Cupertino based shops, but no, it's like, it's just basic, just some restaurants you can walk to, maybe some Korean barbecue here and there, or maybe some coffee, which is great, but like a lot of it wasn't even open. So it's like, okay. That's Cupertino for you. Cupertino is not anything crazy. It's more of a living place. It's more of a suburban place. So restaurants or anything like that, it's all right for the most part, but it's nothing crazy. All right, so this is our main one. This is where I have all of my notes at, and this is San Francisco. So this is the big part of the trip. This is where we get the diversity at. This is where we get some more flavors, and this is where we see more of the food places here. So let's talk about the first place. Let's go into the main part, and that is Chinatown. This is a place that I've been to multiple times, so I have a little bit more of an opinion to talk about. One place that I do not see a lot in like a lot of guides in San Francisco in the food scene is Brioche Bakery and Cafe. This is a French kind of style cafe that I would highly recommend you to visit if you're in San Francisco. I actually stumbled across this place randomly, like what, 2023 when I first visited San Francisco, and it was worth it. But going back to it, this place has not changed at all. And when I say not changed, I say that in a really good way because the food was still top tier. I actually decided to get something a little bit more different than I usually get, and that was the Egg Benedict bagel, and it came with a side of potatoes and fruit. And I tore that thing up. It was that good. I will say for the most part, you cannot go wrong with anything there. I think the drinks are justified because I got a chai latte too as well. It's so high quality and so filling, and it's so scenic too as well. This place is definitely worth it. So if you have the time in the morning to just get a quick breakfast, just go there. The next place, after kind of walking around a little bit, I went to the Golden Gate Fortune Cookie Factory. This actually is really interesting because the whole history behind, the fortune cookie, it depends on who you're talking to. So anyway, this factory's been there for a hot minute. They have so many awards, so many awards in history of the place. And the cool thing about this place too as well is each cookie is still handmade. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, seeing the lovely workers who are just doing that all day long in front of everyone, is super interesting. It's like, wow, like you have to have a lot of patience and peace to do that, because I don't know if I could do that. I don't have the tolerance to do it. After seeing all the aunties, hand wrap, handmade each cookie, they also offer a lot of samples. They actually give you like this really flat cookie that you just get like a handful of, and you can just, eat it. Yeah, I give this a 7 out of 10. It was pretty good. It's a nice like 10-minute, I wouldn't say 10 minute, probably 5-minute kind of experience, because you're gonna be going to other places in Chinatown, San Francisco. So the other ones we'll go to is Eastern Bakery. Eastern Bakery was pretty interesting because this, again, is another cash-only, full authentic bakery that you have to order from outside because I guess they didn't lift that policy from COVID. But we had to go there because they have a really highly recommended egg tart. So I actually got the egg tart from this place. So yeah, the egg tart was interesting. It wasn't super sweet. It of course, has an egg taste to it. For me, it was not bad. I definitely would get a drink with it next time, but yeah, it was not bad. It was pretty good. So I give it a 7 out of 10. The next place we went to in Chinatown was iCafe. Now this is another famous location. This one was okay for the most part. I think the location was pretty cool. Seeing the signage, the people, the workers, I think that was maybe even the owner too as well. Super chill, really nice. I decided to go for something a little bit more extreme than I usually get. But in this little small cafe, I got a Thai coffee, which was kind of a mistake, kind of not, because I don't drink coffee, but at the same time, it wasn't bad. Again, I have no benchmarks when it comes to coffee, but I wanted to try it out. Again, I have no benchmarks, so if you like coffee, then I'm sure you'll like this place. All right, next place is Japantown. The main place that you would go to in Japantown is the Japan Center Mall. This is a place with a bunch of stores you go to. It's more oriented to like more of the niche Japanese stuff that you can get. So things like skincare, it's like merch, books, even to plants too as well. It's also very busy. I will say this time I went, it was more busy because it was actually under construction, so it's kind of more packed together. But they also have a really interesting food scene in this area that I think a lot of people would enjoy. So the first place right here, I'm not going to try to pronounce that, sorry. I got this really cool kind of noodle dish that has shrimp tempura, chicken, fish cake, egg, and some vegetables, and of course noodles with this like really nice broth. Like I don't know, like for a quick little dinner, this place was really easy to order from. Everything was nicely documented on the menus, and the taste was not bad. I think everything was balanced for the most part. Nothing really stuck out to me as like top tier, but for a quick dinner, this was like more than enough, honestly. So it was good. I give it an 8 out of 10. To follow up this place, I went to Sophie's Crepes. So this is actually something that I actually really like. I ordered a mandarin orange crepe with vanilla ice cream, and it came out like this really huge, like, you know, crepe, right? That was freshly made on the little crepe, little plate, kind of hot plate thing, and it was filled up with like ice cream and it had a little bit of mandarin oranges. I loved how the crepe was not overly hot. It wasn't burning me, but also it wasn't cold because of the ice cream. Like the warmness of the actual crepe balanced out the ice cream, and the ice cream to us was a little different. So I gave this a 8 out of 10. So yeah, 8 out of 10 from memory and also for taste. It was really good. That's all I'm gonna say. The next place right here, this was more of a lunchtime kind of deal, so I actually got a bento box. This bento box I got had chicken and beef, and it had rice, and it had a little kind of like salad. This place was more oriented to speed, so you're not really getting it for just necessarily the taste. They kind of want you to order the food and get out, essentially. You know what I mean? Like they want you to order food, eat, and then leave. So again, everything tasted fine. There was nothing crazy about it, and I give it a 7 out of 10. All right. So that is wrapping up Japantown. The next place is the Mission District. So this is another community in the San Francisco area. So I went to a really famous place. If you know anything about the Mission District, you have to try out a Mission style burrito. And I went to of course, the famous place to go to, and that is La Taqueria. I said that wrong, so I'm gonna put it right here. And this is a highly rated place that you have to go to apparently from everyone. And I actually disagree 100% with this place. I think for one, the wait, oh my gosh, the wait was legitimately over 30 minutes for it. And I'm glad we went to it at the time we did, because if we would have waited 5 more minutes before going to this place, we would have been waiting there for an hour. They don't have a lot of seating inside, and they're super busy cooking orders and all that for takeout. So for some reason, this place is famous, and I don't understand why, because for a burrito, this was really mid. I know that might be a little dangerous to say, but I'm gonna be honest with you. The burrito just tastes like a burrito. You know, it just tasted like, you know, having some beef, some lettuce, tomato, guacamole, and all that. It didn't taste like anything crazy, and I was kind of disappointed, because it's like, this is a highly recommended place, you know, in the food scene itself. Why is this rated so lowly? And I think maybe it's because times change, and it's because, you know, this is a older place that serves Mission style burritos, so maybe that's why it's on the list. But I don't know. It just wasn't a lot of seasoning, and it did not fill me up at all. For the burrito and that size, it should have like put a nice little dent in my stomach. Pause. But it didn't do anything. It just, for the wait time and then also for the price, it's hard to justify this place. Anyway, I give it a 6 out of 10, honestly, and it was okay. The next place that we went to that I just blew my socks off, that gets a proper 10 out of 10, is this location. This is Mayan food, authentic Mayan food. Take that for how you want to, because obviously the Mayans are not, you know, here with us anymore. But a lot of the foods and traditions do get passed down. This is one of the most underrated places that I wish people had more on their list. I got this really beautiful like braised beef with like beans, and it came with rice, and it came with tortilla shells, and oh my gosh, like that right there, I would consider a Mission style burrito, and it's not even a Mission style burrito. It was just so good. It was so good. I was eating the braised beef without the actual tortillas, that I forgot that I had tortillas. Like I should have been eating it with tortillas, with rice, with beans. I was just eating the braised beef by itself with the rice. That's how good it was. It was that good. But that's a 10 out of 10. 100% 10 out of 10. It's welcoming, it's easy, it was really quiet. You can do takeout, and again, I think for the price for what you're getting, oh my gosh, it's 100% worth it. All right, so the next place that I just want to mention real quick, and that was Posh Bagels. Oh my gosh, Posh Bagels was so good. The location and also just to get what I need, which is good. It was a quick breakfast. I got a little bit of a breakfast bagel with a matcha Rice Krispie treat. It's a 7 out of 10. It was quick, dirty, and it was easy, and it was scenic. That's gonna wrap up the video, to be honest with you. I know this video wasn't as planned and it wasn't as organized as I would want it to, but don't worry, because Cooking with Nema, we're a little different here. We learn from our lessons, we learn from our mistakes, and we're gonna implement it here pretty soon. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video here. It's been a hot minute, so again, I have much more stuff planned here in the future. So of course I have to ask this question for the next food tour. What do you think the next place is going to be at? See, I already have another place already planned, so I'm curious to see if you guys can get it. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time, hopefully with an actual proper cooking video, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.